Do you see that? That is how your butter is supposed to look like when your brown butter bites are nearly ready to be poured into the molds. So the first time I made these brown butter bites, I made the mistake of not letting it go this far. You'll see it, be a little foamy at first, but this is getting to the point where we're actually getting it nice and brown underneath, which will, by the time you pour yours in, you'll have some burnt, or I should say brown pieces of butter at the very bottom of each of the molds you have. So we're just gonna hold on a little bit, keep stirring, keep stirring. I'm gonna kind of move this to the side a little bit. Yeah, it still looks a little bit more on the yellow side, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit and hopefully it's not gonna jump up at the camera and I won't get burned. That would be bad. All right, so we're gonna keep stirring. And I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, there's probably 3 main things to know about the butter bites. And I would say the number one thing is grass-fed butter if possible. If you can afford it, I think it's totally worth it. Get the grass-fed butter. That way you're putting something good inside your body. And the second thing would be when you are doing this, you want to make sure that you get past this foamy part, okay? So if you haven't seen the butter look like this, you haven't had it on the stove long enough, right? So, and number 3, I should have said is the most important thing because it created a problem for me. Okay, so the silicone little molds that I'm using, silicone's pretty wobbly. And I just feel like people didn't emphasize enough. In fact, a lot of people didn't even really mention it, that you should have a cookie tray or a flat surface that you can put in the freezer right underneath the silicone tray that it's setting on, so that when you move it, it's not gonna spill everywhere, right? Okay, you guys see this? You see how the foam is looking a little bit darker? It's got a little bit of a caramel color to it. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna go a little bit darker than that though. Keep stirring. All right. Sometimes I'm hoping to kind of part the water, so to speak, so I can get to the color and see what it looks like underneath. But I'm trusting that because we've got already, you see those specks, that's a little bit of that burnt butter. And so we know that looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to flip this around. Okay, there we are. And I want to show you the mold I use too. Okay, so this is, can I get it? That's the mold I'm using. And this one whole stick, you can use Costco, which is what I usually use, but this is what my husband happened to pick up. This will fill an entire mold of that size. And because of my challenge, I'm trying to eat a half a stick a day. So for me, that means half of that silicone tray. So what I've been doing is taking some of those butter bites, and I will eat some before bed, but most of them are being eaten for those 2 meals I'm having during the day. And I find that's working out pretty good. I'm still not crazy about it, but it's working. So I hope this is helpful when you try to make your brown butter bites, that these tips will help you get a better result than I did my first time. All right, I'll let you go. Bye-bye.